Thanks for joining me this morning for our Thursday morning devotional. So every Sunday morning when the youth gather together, I check in and ask everyone how their week is going, or just what's going on in life, how they're doing in general. And the most common response I get time and time again is, I'm just tired. I'm just so stressed. I feel overwhelmed, and like I have a lot of pressure on me. I'm hearing that from 6th through 12th graders, even younger sometimes. And it seems like even when we are trying really, really hard to find a balance, that we just don't know how to keep our plates from overflowing. And so I was thinking about this idea of our hyper busyness and the contrast to what that looks like now when we have, nowhere to be. And I came across this article by Nicole Johnson. It was actually published in 2017, but it's titled "The Power of Pain: Why It Often Takes a Crisis to Bring About Change." And so I'm going to read a little bit from that article because I thought it was really interesting. So this stanza is titled, "A Crisis Does for Us What We Cannot Do for Ourselves." Crises pierce our lives and alter our perspective. We don't see things the same after something like that interrupts. We can't. Life doesn't continue on as usual. It's different forever. Following a divorce or illness or death, we know life will go on, but we also know it will never be the same. Long before the crisis hit, I'd wanted to create calm in my life and had attempted to bring it about, but it had not come. None of the information or advice I'd been given had been able to help me create calm in my life either. And then, right in the middle of the crazy, a crisis occurs, bringing the power to change my perspective on my own life. Coincidence? Not a chance. Divine intervention to teach my heart two things. Not only that it was capable of being still, but that this stillness would be the key to creating the calm I'd been longing for. Now, I do recognize that probably a lot of us are not feeling calm in this time. Many of us are feeling panic, overwhelmed, full of questions of why this is happening and what's next. And one of the most comforting Bible passages to me throughout my teen years, and one that I think will always be comforting for me, is Hebrews 11, verses 1 through 3. It says, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Indeed, by faith our ancestors received approval. By faith we understand that the worlds were prepared by the word of God, so that what is seen was made from things that are not visible." Faith is the assurance of things hoped for and the conviction of things not seen. We can't have all the answers, unfortunately. It seems frustrating sometimes, but we're not supposed to. The Bible tells us that our faith is something we have to ground ourselves in, to trust in, even though a lot of times we can't see the answers. We have to keep trusting. One of my favorite authors is Glennon Melton Doyle. She's just released a new book, but one she published a few years back called Love Warrior has a little paragraph that I think is really applicable to this message. So it says, "What I know. Number 1, what you don't know, you're not supposed to know yet. Number 2, more will be revealed. Number 3, crisis means to sift. Let it all fall away and you'll be left with what matters. Number 4, what matters most cannot be taken away. And number 5, just do the next right thing, one thing at a time. That will take you all the way home." So think about what you need today. What is the next right step for you? How can you create calm and focus on God in the midst of so much chaos? And for me this morning, that means I am drinking a cup of hot coffee in my favorite mug on the porch, feeling the breeze, listening to the birds, trying to just be still and notice God in the small moments. So how can you create calm and focus on God in the chaos today? Know that you are so loved by your Olivet Church community and that we will get through this together as a church family.